Chapter 539. 3,500 Particle Worlds and the Initial Emergence of Lin Fei's Tao. Inside his private chamber in ancient city, Lin Fei, having acquired 9 laws, didn't hesitate to start creating particle worlds. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. In a blink, Lin Fei had created a total of 900 particle worlds. Swish! Lin Fei opened his eyes and immediately summoned his system interface to check his current status. Host, Lin Fei. Martial Realm, Martial God, 6 Thunder Tribulations. Great Dream Heart Sutra, 2nd Layer, Progress 1%. 4 Symbols 5 Elements Creation Art, 3,500 Particle Worlds. World Tao, Progress 1%. Upon seeing his system panel, Lin Fei noted that the number of his particle worlds had reached a total of 3,500. His realm had also advanced to the level of 6 Thunder Tribulations. However, a new attribute appeared, World Tao, with a progress indicator showing 1%. Wait, is the World Tao the path I am supposed to comprehend? Lin Fei pondered. Does this mean that the ultimate path I need to understand from plundering world laws is the World Tao? And if the progress of the World Tao reaches 100%, does it mean mastering a complete Tao and achieving martial ancestor status? Lin Fei's mind raced with these thoughts, finding the possibility increasingly likely. However, he wondered why he suddenly had a 1% progress in the World Tao, which hadn't appeared before. Lin Fei pondered and concluded that his progress in the World Tao was likely related to his experience of withstanding the 9 thunders and witnessing the birth of a world. The 7-colored light allowed him to experience the creation of a real world, leading to a 1% progress in his World Tao. At Lin Fei's current level, it was all about comprehending the Tao. Only by mastering a complete Tao could he achieve the status of martial ancestor, especially since he was already a true monarch. To master a complete Tao, I need to understand the World Tao, Lin Fei thought to himself. So far, the only way to increase my understanding of the World Tao is by withstanding 9 thunders during tribulation and seizing the opportunity to comprehend it. But is there another way? Lin Fei considered his situation. His number of laws had suddenly increased by 9, reaching a total of 34. However, these laws didn't seem to greatly aid his progress in the World Tao. While they definitely helped, each 1% increase in the World Tao represented a huge leap, especially when transitioning from a true monarch to a martial ancestor. It was not easy. Withstanding 9 thunders was also a challenging task. Lin Fei had already faced 6 thunder tribulations, leaving him with the opportunity to undergo the 7th, 8th, and 9th tribulations. In other words, he had only 3 more chances. If he could make good use of these opportunities, his progress in the World Tao could advance significantly. Therefore, he must seize these chances unless he was confident in withstanding 9 thunders, as failing to do so would waste these precious opportunities. I am confident in passing the 7th thunder tribulation, Lin Fei reflected. With my current strength, I can withstand even 7 or 8 thunders without much difficulty. However, it's still somewhat forced to face the 9th thunder. I need to further strengthen my abilities and be absolutely sure I can withstand the 9th thunder. Lin Fei understood that the 7th thunder tribulation would undoubtedly be more powerful than the 6th. His measurements for the 6th tribulation couldn't apply here. As a true monarch, to enhance my physical body, I still need to rely on the world's origin, he mused. But to obtain it, I must compete for true monarch level small worlds, which are contested by other true monarchs. Lin Fei set his sights on the true monarch level small worlds, capable of sustaining true monarch powerhouses and even giving birth to them. Some of these worlds were so formidable that even some true monarchs in the divine realm couldn't handle them. Hence, the danger in these small worlds was substantially greater. Focusing his attention, Lin Fei went directly to the Great Dream City and its mission hall. The hall displayed numerous tasks, mostly for martial god level practitioners. The missions for true monarchs were on the 2nd floor. Upon entering the 2nd floor, Lin Fei found it significantly less crowded, almost desolate. True monarch Lin, the one who withstood 9 thunders recently. Is he here to compete for the origin of worlds? When true monarch Lin was a martial god, he was incredibly dominant, claiming small worlds as if they were his alone. But now as a true monarch, he's not seen competing for origins. For a true monarch, understanding the Tao is more important. Upon Lin Fei's arrival, many gazers turned towards him. His recent fame made him a recognizable figure. However, Lin Fei paid little attention to these gazes and scanned the available missions, all true monarch-level tasks requiring true monarch strength. Yet, none involved competing for a world's origin. No missions for competing for the origin. Lin Fei frowned, sensing something amiss. "True Monarch Lin, do you have any questions?" asked a handsome true monarch who appeared beside him. "And you are?" Lin Fei inquired. "You may call me Sunblaze True Monarch." "Ah, Sunblaze True Monarch. Do you know why there are no missions for competing for the origin?" Lin Fei, seizing the opportunity to clarify his doubts, didn't hesitate to ask. Since Sunblaze True Monarch had approached him, it seemed like a chance to establish a friendly connection and get some answers. Competing for the origin of worlds. Sunblaze True Monarch shook his head with a smile that seemed to carry a hint of amusement. "True Monarch Lin, you seem to have fallen into a conceptual trap. You might think that since martial gods compete for the origin of small worlds, true monarchs should do the same for true monarch-level worlds. But it's not the same at all. Martial gods strive for the world's origin to aid them in their tribulations. But why would a martial Dao true monarch, who no longer needs to undergo tribulations, seek the origin? What they need is to comprehend the Dao, to grasp a complete Dao and achieve martial ancestor status. Thus, it's about understanding the Dao. In the divine realm, the Dao is elusive and hard to sense. However, true monarch-level small worlds are different. Many martial Dao true monarchs go to these worlds not to fight for their origin but to comprehend the Dao of these worlds. Once they grasp something, they can then reflect it against the Dao of the divine realm for a deeper understanding and comprehension. Lin Fei had an epiphany. He now understood that at the true monarch level, the focus wasn't on competing for the world's origin. Instead, it was about using true monarch-level small worlds to comprehend the Dao. However, this presented a disadvantage for Lin Fei. He was possibly the only true monarch still undergoing tribulations and thus in need of the world's origin, and the more, the better. But now, as a true monarch, he couldn't enter ordinary small worlds, and in true monarch-level worlds, no one competed for the origin. With his current strength, breaking a true monarch-level world was unthinkable. How long would it take to cause such a world to collapse? 10,000 years? 100,000 years? Or maybe it was simply impossible. Noticing Lin Fei's dilemma, Sunblaze True Monarch offered, "True Monarch Lin, I happen to know of a true monarch-level small world that is on the verge of collapsing." Seeing Lin Fei's trouble, he took the initiative to speak up. Chapter 540. Joining forces with the Sunblaze True Monarch. Well? Lin Fei's eyes brightened, intrigued by Sunblaze True Monarch's revelation. "You have a lead on a true monarch-level small world that's about to collapse." Sunblaze True Monarch nodded earnestly, "Yes, True Monarch Lin. True monarch-level small worlds are indeed hard to collapse, but over a long enough period, some are on the brink of destruction. I'm sharing this with you because this particular world contains true monarch-level life forms. I've entered it before and engaged in several battles, but without exception, I was unable to defeat them. Now, as this world is nearing collapse, I'm interested in the laws related to the stars contained within it. Once the world collapses, there's a chance to fully extract these laws. I only desire the laws related to the stars and have no interest in the world's origin. You can have it all, True Monarch Lin. The condition, however, is that you and I together must defeat the true monarch-level life forms within the world. Otherwise, even if the world collapses, we'll gain nothing." Lin Fei understood Sunblaze True Monarch's intentions. He was planning to monopolize a collapsing true monarch-level small world, known only to him. But having faced the true monarch-level beings within and failing to defeat them, he now sought Lin Fei's assistance. Considering that Lin Fei needed world origins for his tribulations, Sunblaze True Monarch surmised that Lin Fei would likely agree, especially since he only wanted the star-related laws and not the origin. "Agreed, let's do it," Lin Fei responded without hesitation. "When do we depart?" This opportunity was too good for Lin Fei to pass up. It was exactly what he needed. "Let's depart now," Sunblaze True Monarch suggested. "All right, I'll meet you in Ancient City and we can set off together from there," Lin Fei agreed, then left Great Dream City. Back in his own space, Lin Fei pondered briefly. He hadn't heard of Sunblaze True Monarch before, but given the number of True Monarchs in the Great Dream sect, it wasn't surprising. His main focus was on finding a true monarch-level world and obtaining its origin. Soon after, ripples of space spread outside Lin Fei's residence, and a figure stepped out from a void passage. It was Sunblaze True Monarch himself. Sunblaze True Monarch, are we ready to leave now? Lin Fei asked as he stepped outside. Yes, True Monarch Lin. Keep up with me, Sunblaze True Monarch replied, his body emanating a powerful force that cracked the space around him, revealing a void passage. This was how martial god True Monarchs traveled, by shattering the void to create a passage. Sunblaze True Monarch stepped into the passage first, followed closely by Lin Fei. Traveling together in the void passage, Lin Fei was slightly surprised. It was his first time moving through space in a void passage alongside another True Monarch. If you find the pressure of the void passage too much to handle, let me know. We can exit and rest temporarily, Sunblaze True Monarch cautioned. The pressure inside the void passage was immense, especially after traveling several steps. Not all True Monarchs could withstand it for long distances. The distance a True Monarch could traverse in one go in the void passage was often indicative of their strength. Lin understood clearly, he nodded in agreement. Thus began the Sunblaze True Monarch's traversal through the void. He took a sudden step forward, followed by Lin Fei, who mirrored the action. One step, then 2, 3, 4, 5. With each step, the Sunblaze True Monarch's pace was unwaveringly steady. The first 10 steps posed no challenge to the True Monarchs. But beyond the 10th, the journey differed. In times past, before Lin Fei had ascended to True Monarch status, relying solely on the power of Saber World, he could only manage 13 steps. However, now as a True Monarch, Lin Fei's strength had undergone a complete transformation, increasing manifold, incomparable to his former self. The Sunblaze True Monarch continued his steady pace, 10 steps, 15, 20, 25, 30. Until the 30th step, even the Sunblaze True Monarch began to feel the immense pressure. Yet Lin Fei kept pace effortlessly, a fact that sent a chill through the Sunblaze True Monarch's heart. Despite his astonishment, he had to admit, Lin Fei's strength might surpass his own. Such was the power of a True Monarch who had survived the 9 heavenly tribulations. In total, the Sunblaze True Monarch took 36 steps before halting. We've arrived, he declared, and as his words echoed, the void passage shattered instantaneously. Lin Fei and the Sunblaze True Monarch swiftly exited the void passage. 36 steps in the void passage signified an extraordinary distance traversed. Now, both stood suspended in the void, with Lin Fei unaware of their exact location. All he knew was that they were far, far from the ancient covenant. Below them lay an endless forest, dense and lush. The surrounding void bore no distinct features, suggesting they were not in a forbidden zone, but somewhere within the divine realm. With a whoosh, the Sunblaze True Monarch vanished in a flash, descending towards the forest below. Soon, the pair arrived at a vast valley, where remnants of human influence lingered amidst the natural grandeur. These ancient ruins, evidently ravaged by time, left only fragments of walls and foundations barely protruding from the earth. This place is a relic of an ancient power, the Sunblaze True Monarch revealed. In my past pursuits, I stumbled upon their traces. Unexpectedly, while the ancient relics offered little of value, they concealed a gateway to another world. Likely, this hidden portal was a secret of the ancient power, he continued. Upon entering, I discovered it led to a True Monarch-level minor world. The Sunblaze True Monarch shared these insights. His fortune was evident in his tone. He hadn't anticipated that his search for ancient relics would lead to a True Monarch-level world, a discovery far more precious than any ruin. Just revealing this information could reach significant rewards. However, the true prize lay in the resources of this minor world, far surpassing any immediate gain. Thus, the Sunblaze True Monarch schemed to monopolize this world. This minor world is known as the Holy Emperor Realm, he informed Lin Fei. Its mightiest being is the Holy Emperor, though he seems rather unique, different from ordinary True Monarchs. You'll understand once you enter the Holy Emperor Realm. With these words, an immense power radiated from the Sunblaze True Monarch. Break, he roared, and the void shattered. This time, it revealed not a void passage, but a world channel leading to a True Monarch-level minor world. The Sunblaze True Monarch entered first, with Lin Fei hesitating not a moment before following, his figure vanishing into the world channel in the blink of an eye. The two figures disappeared without a trace. Chapter 541. Entering the Holy Emperor Realm. The difference between the Holy Emperor and a True Monarch. In the Holy Emperor realm lies the Twin Holy City, long controlled by the Twin Holy Alliance. This alliance, founded by two holy emperors, once dominated the entire realm, reigning supreme for an era. Even after the passing of these holy emperors, the Twin Holy Alliance, having birthed a new holy emperor, gradually restored its former glory. However, the current holy emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance bore a grave expression. Recently, he had battled several times with another being of equal stature, a mysterious holy emperor. Although he repelled his adversary, he couldn't vanquish him. The enigmatic origins of this opponent weighed heavily on the Holy Emperor's mind, sensing an obscure threat looming. "What troubles you, Your Majesty?" asked an elder of the Twin Holy Alliance, puzzled by the Holy Emperor's distress. The Holy Emperor, with a complex expression, replied gravely, "It's still about that mysterious Holy Emperor. Have your investigations over these days yielded any clues about their origin or identity?" The elder of the Twin Holy Alliance shook his head. "Your Majesty, we've mobilized all our resources for the investigation. Yet, not a single clue has emerged. This mysterious Holy Emperor seems to have appeared out of nowhere. No one has seen him before, no one knows of him. His first appearance was in the Twin Holy Alliance, where he confronted you directly. So, to this day, his identity remains unknown to us." The Holy Emperor's heart sank as he gazed into the void, a theory gradually forming in his mind. During his battles with the mysterious Holy Emperor, he had noticed something peculiar. Though the opponent possessed the strength of a Holy Emperor, their power was extraordinary, following a completely different path of cultivation. What other cultivation paths within the Holy Emperor realm could possibly lead to the realm of a Holy Emperor? Only ancient texts hinted at such possibilities, where forebears of holy emperors speculated that their realm was but one world within the vast expanse of the void. Beyond the holy emperor realm, there might be other life forms, other powerful beings. In the very ancient times, it seemed the holy emperor realm had once been invaded, though these invaders were eventually repelled. But these events, belonging to the distant past, were shrouded in mystery. The exact happenings of those ancient times were unknown, leaving behind only legends and fragmented information. Subsequent holy emperors had only made bold conjectures based on these scraps of history. The holy emperor had not been a firm believer in these theories, but now he was beginning to entertain the possibility. The emergence of this mysterious holy emperor was too strange, too sudden. "Fortify the defenses of the Twin Holy Alliance," he commanded. The mysterious Holy Emperor was not gravely injured. "I suspect he might appear again. If he does, I must be informed immediately." "Yes, Your Majesty," replied the elder, who immediately set off to tighten the security. The defenses of the Twin Holy Alliance were to be reinforced, preparing for any potential re-emergence of this enigmatic adversary. In Twin Holy City, Lin Fei and some Blaze true monarchs strolled casually through its streets. Having entered the Holy Emperor realm, they had seamlessly blended in. Their auras were now indistinguishable from those of the common inhabitants of Twin Holy City, a feat easily accomplished for two martial Dao true monarchs. Though martial Dao true monarchs lacked the survival capabilities and multiple incarnations of the void transformation true monarchs, they had their advantages. Not only was their formidable strength entirely their own, but they also possessed the remarkable ability to perfectly control every particle of their physical form. This meant they could alter their appearance at will, a skill that enabled them to blend into the Holy Emperor realm, despite their fundamentally different life structures. Sunblaze True Monarch, with a smile, inquired, "True Monarch Lin, what do you think of the life forms here in Twin Holy City? Aren't they entirely different from those in our divine realm?" Lin Fei's eyes flickered with intrigue as he replied gravely, "Indeed, there is a significant difference. The beings here seem to follow a set of laws entirely different from those in the divine realm. It affects their very essence. Does that mean the true monarchs of the Holy Emperor realm, the Holy Emperors themselves, are also quite different from our kind of true monarchs?" he asked Sunblaze True Monarch. Nodding, Sunblaze True Monarch explained, "Yes, they are different. The true monarchs of the Holy Emperor realm, though powerful, derive their strength from understanding the realm's unique laws. They are somewhat akin to void transformation true monarchs, but while void transformation true monarchs fuse with the laws of the divine realm, the holy emperors of this realm rely on its specific laws. The strength of each is evident at a glance." He continued, "This is precisely why the holy emperors of this realm cannot break free from it to enter the divine realm. They are even unaware of the divine realm's existence." Lin Fei understood. Even though this minor world could give birth to true monarch-level beings, these true monarchs were generally unable to break through the confines of their world to enter the divine realm. This realization brought Lin Fei's thoughts to the ancient continent, a cultivation system capable of harmonizing with the divine realm, a feat not easily achieved. Of course, this was partly because the ancient continent was not an ordinary minor world, but a realm at the level of true immortals. Only beings nurtured in a true immortal-level world could rival those in the divine realm. As for true monarch-level minor worlds, they fell short. Unable to break through their own realms, let alone enter the divine realm, their inhabitants couldn't compare with those from true monarch-level worlds. Sunblaze True Monarch, although the holy emperors of the Holy Emperor realm rely on its laws to match true monarchs in their own realm, they must possess extraordinary strength, right? Lin Fei inquired. His query was not baseless. Sunblaze True Monarch had repeatedly failed to best the holy emperors of this realm, even suffering minor defeats. This was proof enough that the holy emperors of the Holy Emperor realm were formidable opponents in terms of combat power. Sunblaze True Monarch, without concealing the truth, sighed deeply and admitted, indeed, they are not easy to deal with. I've entered the Holy Emperor realm several times and clashed with the Holy Emperors, each attempt ending in failure. I gained no advantage. Hence, this time, I invited True Monarch Lin to join forces. Together, our combined strength as true monarchs should suffice to suppress, or even gravely injure, that Holy Emperor. As Sunblaze True Monarch finished speaking, the two lifted their gaze and found themselves before a grand structure in the heart of Twin Holy City, the headquarters of the Twin Holy Alliance and the seat of power for the sole Holy Emperor of the Holy Emperor realm. Let's go, Lin Fei said with a slight smile. He then took a step forward, heading towards the headquarters of the Twin Holy Alliance to meet this Holy Emperor. Chapter 542. The world is on the brink of collapse. Stop, who are you? This is the headquarters of the Twin Holy Alliance, no unauthorized entry. As Lin Fei and Sunblaze True Monarch approached the headquarters of the Twin Holy Alliance, they were immediately intercepted by the guards. Exchanging a knowing smile, Sunblaze True Monarch flicked his finger. Pop. In the next moment, the expressions on the faces of the 5 guards from the Twin Holy Alliance's headquarters froze. Then, like a shattered mirror, their bodies disintegrated instantaneously. Crack. The guards' bodies broke apart into countless pieces, blood pervading the air, and the pungent smell of carnage spreading swiftly. The Twin Holy Alliance headquarters, under the watch of countless eyes, was now the center of a significant disturbance. This sudden and dramatic turn of events immediately alerted the members of the Twin Holy Alliance. Swoosh! More people rushed to the scene, but upon laying eyes on Sunblaze True Monarch, they shuddered in shock. The Holy Emperor has come again. It's that mysterious Holy Emperor, he's returned. Quick, inform His Majesty the Holy Emperor. Your Majesty, the mysterious Holy Emperor has returned. The people were all in a state of high alert as if facing a formidable enemy. Indeed, it seemed that Sunblaze True Monarch was well recognized within the Twin Holy Alliance, even to those below the level of the Holy Emperor. Sunblaze True Monarch could only offer a wry smile at this recognition, commenting to Lin Fei, "See, these people all know me." Lin Fei, however, appeared unconcerned. At their level of power, the idea of a surprise attack was unrealistic. Approaching unnoticed was impossible. True monarch-level fighters had to face each other head-on, relying on their true strength for victory. Let's go, let's meet the Holy Emperor, Lin Fei suggested, and without further regard for the onlookers, they continued towards the Grand Hall of the Twin Holy Alliance. What? The mysterious Holy Emperor has returned. The current Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance, upon receiving the news, showed a slight change in expression. And this time, it seems he has brought an accomplice. Is this a call for help? The elder of the Twin Holy Alliance felt a surge of anxiety. Dealing with one Holy Emperor had been challenging enough, now the arrival of an accomplice suggested a more formidable threat. Only a Holy Emperor could be the accomplice of another, implying that their Holy Emperor might now face 2 of these formidable beings, putting him in immediate danger. Never mind, he was bound to come eventually. I shall meet them myself, the Holy Emperor decided, his figure vanishing in a flash as he left the Grand Hall. Soon, the Holy Emperor arrived outside the Grand Hall. Before him stood 2 figures, one was unmistakably Sunblaze True Monarch, and the other was unknown to him. Yet, judging by Sunblaze True Monarch's demeanor and attitude, there was no doubt that this stranger was also a Holy Emperor-level powerhouse. Taking a deep breath, the Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance called out loudly to Sunblaze True Monarch, "Who are you? You have come to our Twin Holy Alliance several times now. What exactly is your purpose?" Lin Fei and Sunblaze True Monarch now faced the Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance. For Lin Fei, this was his first encounter with the Holy Emperor from this realm. The Holy Emperor, standing amidst the void, seemed to merge seamlessly with it. Lin Fei noticed countless threads emanating from the Holy Emperor's body, each connecting intimately with the Holy Emperor realm itself. This connection confirmed that the Holy Emperor was indeed inextricably linked to the True Monarch level minor world, much like a void transformation True Monarch. Sunblaze True Monarch, no longer shrouded in darkness, smiled faintly and said, "So, after all this time, you still haven't figured out who I am. Or perhaps you've guessed but can't bring yourself to believe it." Hearing Sunblaze True Monarch's words, the Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance trembled, a sinking feeling in his heart. He had already formed a guess but was hesitant to accept it. His voice wavered slightly. "Are you truly beings from beyond the Holy Emperor realm?" "Haha, haven't you already guessed it?" Sunblaze True Monarch responded. "Telling you makes no difference, as you cannot leave the Holy Emperor realm. Yes, we are beings from beyond your realm. We are true monarchs from the divine realm. As for our purpose here, haven't you sensed it? Your world is on the brink of collapse. It's a world teetering on the edge of destruction. We've come merely to obtain some things before the collapse of the Holy Emperor realm." The Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance's face turned pale as he listened. In a low murmur, he said, "So it is true, the Holy Emperor realm is about to collapse and be destroyed. No wonder I've felt constantly uneasy, my heart uneasy. I've even sensed a faint aura of destruction permeating the void. Various signs have indicated that something is amiss with the Holy Emperor realm. So these are the signs of its impending collapse and destruction." The Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance turned deathly pale. If the Holy Emperor realm were to collapse and be destroyed, it would mean his own demise as well. Deep down, he was starting to believe the words of Sunblaze True Monarch and Lin Fei, yet the true nature of these claims remained uncertain to him. Determined, the Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance resolved, "This time, at all costs, we must capture one of them." Suddenly, without any warning, the Holy Emperor initiated an attack, unleashing a cataclysmic force. It seemed as if the entire Holy Emperor realm trembled under the power of his strike. Lin Fei distinctly felt the laws of the Holy Emperor realm being drawn upon, not merely manipulated but actively invoked by the Holy Emperor. Even this invocation, short of full control, was terrifying in its magnitude. The laws of a true monarch-level minor world were indeed formidable. In an instant, an overwhelming pressure from all directions immobilized both Lin Fei and Sunblaze True Monarch. Sunblaze True Monarch's expression shifted slightly as he remarked, "This move again. True Monarch Lin, the Holy Emperor of this realm, can draw upon the realm's laws. It's like we are fighting against the entire Holy Emperor realm, not just one Holy Emperor." Lin Fei nodded in understanding. It was clear why Sunblaze True Monarch had been defeated each time. Battling against a true monarch-level minor world like the Holy Emperor realm was an immensely difficult task. If they were true Holy Emperors themselves, this tactic of law suppression would be ineffective, as both parties would have access to similar powers, neutralizing each other. However, both Sunblaze True Monarch and Lin Fei were not true Holy Emperors and lacked the ability to manipulate the realm's laws. Therefore, they found themselves overwhelmingly suppressed. True Monarch Divine Form. Sunblaze True Monarch unleashed his True Monarch Divine Form, transforming into a colossal giant, with his strength amplified to its utmost limits. Despite this formidable display, he still couldn't overcome the Holy Emperor, remaining entirely suppressed throughout the confrontation. Lin Fei, assessing the Holy Emperor's power, looked down to find himself tightly bound by the pervasive force of the realm's laws. Taking a deep breath, Lin Fei prepared for his countermove. Boon. In the next moment, Lin Fei unleashed the power of his particle worlds. All 3,500 particle worlds erupted simultaneously, unleashing an unimaginable force. This explosion of power drastically amplified Lin Fei's strength. With the manifestation of Lin Fei's divine form, even though there were still numerous law forces trying to suppress him, they were now ineffective. They were like ropes attempting to bind him, but in the wake of the particle world's explosion, these constraints became futile, breaking apart inch by inch. Suddenly, Lin Fei felt a wave of relief wash over him as if all the previous constraints had vanished without a trace. This dramatic shift in the battle's dynamics caused a significant change in the expression of the Holy Emperor of the Twin Holy Alliance. Chapter 543. Lin Fei's 3,500 particle worlds defying the world's laws. How is this possible? The Holy Emperor revealed a look of shock. He had witnessed the unimaginable Lin Fei breaking free from the constraints of the Holy Emperor realm's laws invoked by the Holy Emperor himself. The supremacy of a Holy Emperor was largely attributed to their ability to harness the power of these laws. How could the strength of a single individual surpass that of an entire world? Yet, Lin Fei had indeed shattered the world's constraints. Simultaneously, as all 3,500 of Lin Fei's particle worlds unleashed their full power, his physical form swelled to tens of thousands of meters, dwarfing even the immense stature of Sunblaze True Monarch. Lin Fei experienced an exhilarating sense of freedom, as if only in this unbounded state could he truly be unrestrained. Even Sunblaze True Monarch, witnessing Lin Fei's colossal form, was filled with astonishment. He knew Lin Fei was strong, but this level of power was beyond his expectations. The immense force Lin Fei commanded could easily crush an average True Monarch. It was no wonder that Lin Fei had become a True Monarch of great interest throughout the entire Divine Realm. He was truly extraordinary. Joining forces with Lin Fei was evidently a wise decision for Sunblaze True Monarch. However, the Holy Emperor was not one to surrender easily. With a roar of defiance, he cried out, "World confinement!" Buzz. Instantly, the world's laws invoked by the Holy Emperor intensified, amassing like an impenetrable net, swiftly descending upon Lin Fei. Bring it on. Lin Fei raised his head, instantly spotting the invisible net of laws looming overhead. Boom. He unleashed a powerful punch, channeling the combined force of all 3,500 particle worlds and every particle in his physical body. Aside from not deploying the Saber World, this was Lin Fei's most potent attack yet. Bang. Finally, his fist collided fiercely with the invisible force of the world's laws in the void. The impact sent shockwaves rippling through the void. Crack. The void shattered like a mirror, riddled with dense, spreading cracks. This was the true power of a True Monarch, a martial Dao True Monarch, known for their ability to shatter the void, implying the capacity to break even the Divine Realm's void. However, the extent of the void's shattering differed significantly. In the Divine Realm, a martial Dao True Monarch could indeed fracture the void, but only within a limited area. Yet, within the Holy Emperor realm, Lin Fei's punch caused the void to break over tens of miles, continuing to expand. Ordinary inhabitants of the Holy Emperor realm looked up at the void, their eyes filled with terror. The scene resembled an apocalyptic vision, inciting fear in everyone who witnessed it. What's happening? Why is the sky shattered? Is something wrong with the heavens? It's terrifying. Is the world about to be destroyed? Where is our great Holy Emperor? These fearful thoughts burgeoned among the populace. Phut. The Holy Emperor suddenly coughed up blood. Though a Holy Emperor, capable of invoking the realm's laws, he was shaken by the backlash when Lin Fei shattered these laws with a single punch. The recoil was minor for him, but he found himself utterly powerless against these two outsiders. Break. With a flick of his finger, Lin Fei unleashed the power equivalent to hundreds of his particle worlds. This force descended upon the Holy Emperor. Though the Holy Emperor was formidable, his strength was founded upon the realm's laws. Once those were broken, his might diminished significantly. In the Holy Emperor realm, their physical form was virtually indestructible. However, in Lin Fei's view, the Holy Emperor's body was trivial. Bang. Instantly, the Holy Emperor's body was obliterated by the force of Lin Fei's hundreds of particle worlds, turning to ash, leaving not even a trace behind. Holy Emperor, Your Majesty. The elders of the Twin Holy Alliance, witnessing this scene, were filled with a mix of grief and disbelief. They couldn't fathom the sight before them, a mighty Holy Emperor obliterated in a direct confrontation. Could such a thing even be possible? At this moment, Sunblaze True Monarch shook his head slightly and said, "True Monarch Lin, Holy Emperors are difficult to deal with, much like those Void Transformation True Monarchs, incredibly tenacious. Those Void Transformation True Monarchs possess countless incarnations, making it extremely hard to kill them all." Although Holy Emperors don't have as many incarnations, it is said that they anchor a strand of their spirit within the Holy Emperor realm. Unless their destined time arrives, they are practically immortal and indestructible. As Sunblaze True Monarch's words faded, ripples appeared in the void. Then, a figure re-emerged, the twin Holy Alliance Holy Emperor whom Lin Fei had just obliterated. As Sunblaze True Monarch had explained, the Holy Emperor, before his predetermined end, was undying and could not be truly killed. A strand of spirit anchored in the Holy Emperor realm. Lin Fei murmured softly, drawing a parallel to Tao Integration True Immortals. Tao Integration True Immortals, who merged with the Tao, seemed similar yet significantly different from Holy Emperors. Holy Emperors have a destined end, they are not truly immortal. In contrast, true immortals, barring any accidents, could live indefinitely. However, as per many records in the divine realm, Tao Integration True Immortals, while powerful, are not absolutely indestructible. Certain methods, like those used by martial ancestors, seem capable of slaying Tao Integration True Immortals. In battles between martial ancestors and true immortals, there have been instances where Tao Integration True Immortals fell. This might involve secrets unknown to Lin Fei, possibly related to the mysteries of Tao Integration True Immortals. Yet, these matters were far removed from Lin Fei's current situation. The Holy Emperor, distinct from a Tao Integration True Immortal, may seem undying and indestructible, but this is contingent on the existence of the true monarch-level minor world. If the Holy Emperor realm itself is on the verge of collapse and destruction, then the Holy Emperor, too, would face demise and complete obliteration. The Holy Emperor reappeared, but his expression was not one of triumph. Instead, it was marked by solemnity. True Monarch Lin, do you have a plan? Sunblaze True Monarch inquired. Of course, there's a way, Lin Fei replied. If we can't kill him, then we'll trap him. As long as we can confine him, we can slowly figure out how to accelerate the collapse of the Holy Emperor realm. With that, Lin Fei's gaze locked onto the Holy Emperor. Trapping the Holy Emperor was not a difficult task for him. Saber World, he called out, waving his hand, and instantly, the Saber World descended. A typical Saber World might be easily broken by the Holy Emperor. Despite the Holy Emperor's power being significantly weaker than Lin Fei's, breaking through an ordinary Saber World wouldn't be a challenge. However, Lin Fei's Saber World was far from ordinary. Lin Fei possessed world laws, 34 of them. This number might seem small, but consider the average martial god, who might have significantly fewer laws. Even after surviving 9 lightning tribulations, they would possess only 9 laws. In contrast, a martial Tao True Monarch could potentially have many more laws, roughly acquiring 2 or more with each lightning tribulation. On average, a martial Tao True Monarch might possess about 20 laws. For instance, Sunblaze True Monarch had 21 laws. But Lin Fei had a staggering 34 laws. These 34 laws were now fully integrated into Lin Fei's Saber World, exponentially amplifying its power. With a resonating hum, Lin Fei's Saber World, like a spread of white light, instantly enveloped the Holy Emperor within it. Chapter 544. Severing the rules, accelerating the collapse of the Holy Emperor realm. The Holy Emperor furrowed his brow slightly, observing the white light that surrounded him. He felt that this white light had suddenly enveloped him, even isolating him from the outside world. Although there was still a faint connection with the Holy Emperor realm, this link had significantly weakened, showcasing the extraordinary nature of Lin Fei's Saber World. Trying to confine me. The Holy Emperor gathered his strength, including the power of the realm's laws, and launched a fierce attack from within, striking the barriers of the Saber World. Boom! The Saber World shook violently, its light flickering continuously. However, the Holy Emperor's punch was unable to break through the Saber World. Really trapped me. The Holy Emperor tried various methods, but none had any effect. At this point, his expression finally changed. He realized that continuing his attacks would be futile. He wasn't overly concerned, though, as he believed in his own immortality. Even these powerful outsiders couldn't kill him. You can't kill me. Even if you trap me here, what's the point? You ultimately can't do anything to me, he declared. Over time, even if I attack little by little, I can gradually wear down your so-called Saber World. Eventually, I will be able to escape. The Holy Emperor's words were not just a threat. Lin Fei's Saber World indeed couldn't confine the Holy Emperor forever. As the Holy Emperor stated, even with slow and persistent attacks, he could eventually deplete the Saber world and escape. It seemed that trapping the Holy Emperor didn't hold much significance in the long run. However, Lin Fei had a different perspective. With a mysterious smile, he stood calmly in the void, hands clasped behind his back, his gaze deep and penetrating. He spoke slowly. "Holy Emperor, as I said, our purpose here is to obtain certain things during the collapse of the Holy Emperor realm. The realm is on the brink of collapse that might take 10,000 years, or maybe just a few thousand, but that doesn't matter. I can accelerate the collapse and destruction of the Holy Emperor realm." This was Lin Fei's confidence, his edge over Sunblaze True Monarch. While Sunblaze True Monarch couldn't do anything to the Holy Emperor nor damage the realm to hasten its collapse, waiting for it to deteriorate naturally might take millennia, an unbearably long time. Lin Fei, however, didn't want to wait that long. He had the means and confidence to expedite the realm's collapse. "True Monarch Lin, how can you accelerate the collapse of the Holy Emperor realm?" Sunblaze True Monarch asked, his eyes filled with curiosity. As a true monarch himself, he didn't know how to hasten the destruction of the realm. To accelerate the destruction of a small world is simple, Lin Fei explained. Just cause as much damage to the world as possible. Though vast, any world relies on its laws to function. Break these world laws and you can speed up the world's collapse. As he spoke, Lin Fei extended his hand and then looked up into the void. His vision seemed transformed, perceiving the world differently. Countless threads, representing the realm's laws, intertwined throughout the void, connecting innumerable lives and converging into the world's origin. These threads were the manifestations of the laws that kept the world in motion. Sever. Lin Fei's palm transformed into a saber-like form, and with a swift motion, he slashed down. ZZZT. The invisible threads in the void began to snap apart one after another. As these threads broke, the entire Holy Emperor realm seemed to shake violently. Lin Fei didn't stop at a single strike, he continued to slash, repeatedly cutting through the threads in the void. Boom, boom, boom. With each severing of the threads, the void trembled more intensely, and the Holy Emperor realm vibrated along with it. Gradually, a sense of destruction began to permeate from the void. Sensing this immense and growing aura of destruction, the Holy Emperor's face turned pale. Is the Holy Emperor realm really going to be destroyed? The Holy Emperor couldn't believe it. But the overwhelming presence of this destructive force left no room for doubt. The world was indeed on the brink of destruction, and with it, the Holy Emperor's end was approaching. Being the Holy Emperor, he would perish with the realm's destruction. But he was powerless to change the course of events. It was Lin Fei who accelerated the collapse, yet the underlying reason was that the Holy Emperor realm was already close to breaking down. Lin Fei could only hasten this process because the realm was already vulnerable. If the realm had been stable, Lin Fei's actions wouldn't have shaken its foundations. Sunblaze True Monarch, on the other hand, revealed a hint of surprise and relief in his eyes. His initial decision to seek Lin Fei's help was more a trial than a certainty. He hadn't held much hope and was prepared for a prolonged war of attrition in the Holy Emperor realm. However, Lin Fei's intervention had remarkably hastened the realm's collapse. At this rate, the Holy Emperor realm's imminent destruction was a matter of mere days, perhaps less than a month. For true monarchs, such a short duration was almost instantaneous. Thus, Sunblaze True Monarch waited patiently alongside Lin Fei. Days passed by. 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. Lin Fei maintained his actions, consistently severing the threads in the void. This was not an overnight endeavor. To accelerate the destruction of the Holy Emperor realm required such persistence. A month passed quickly, and the void was now pervaded with an aura of destruction. In the Holy Emperor realm, countless ordinary beings knelt in despair, praying. Even the most mundane of creatures could feel the impending doom, understanding that their world might soon be destroyed. Their only recourse was to kneel and pray. During this period, some powerful beings, like those from the Twin Holy Alliance, attempted to attack Lin Fei and Sunblaze True Monarch, hoping to rescue the Holy Emperor and save the realm. However, unbeknownst to them, even saving the Holy Emperor would have been futile. The realm was destined for destruction, and even the Holy Emperor had given up. Of course, these attempts to rescue the Holy Emperor were unsuccessful. The attackers couldn't even get close, as Sunblaze True Monarch alone could easily overpower them. These beings, at best, were at the martial king or martial god level, and even martial gods were few and far between, easily suppressed by Sunblaze True Monarch. Boon. The void trembled. Lin Fei looked up and saw the void tearing apart, continuing to split. The laws of the Holy Emperor realm had completely collapsed. The realm itself, at most, had only a few more years before its total destruction. It was already in its end times. About time, Lin Fei remarked, turning to Sunblaze True Monarch. Sunblaze True Monarch, you sought the laws related to the stars. Now is the time to act. He spoke slowly, indicating that it was the moment for Sunblaze True Monarch to seize what he came for. Chapter 545. An unexpected fortune. A multifold increase in world origin. Sunblaze True Monarch's quest was to understand the laws related to the stars, even aspiring to grasp the complete stellar laws. In the divine realm, this was an unattainable goal. Sunblaze True Monarch, likely attuned to the path of the stars, found it immensely difficult to comprehend the Tao in the divine realm. Even acquiring a fragment of the stellar laws was a formidable challenge. Once one became a true monarch, acquiring new laws became impossible, unlike Lin Fei, who, still undergoing thunder tribulations, could gain numerous laws and from them derive a deeper understanding of the Tao. Since Sunblaze True Monarch couldn't obtain the stellar laws of the divine realm, he aimed for the next best thing, hoping to acquire the stellar laws of a true monarch-level minor world. He even hoped to gain insights that could deepen his understanding of the stellar Tao. This was his objective. However, under normal circumstances, acquiring complete stellar laws from a true monarch-level minor world, especially one not on the brink of collapse, was nearly impossible. But now, with the Holy Emperor realm close to destruction, the opportunity was ripe. I won't hold back, then, declared Sunblaze True Monarch. Without hesitation, he began to emanate a formidable force from his divine body, directing it toward the depths of the void. Boon, boon, boon. After an indeterminate amount of time, the void trembled. Lin Fei looked up towards the depths of the void and immediately noticed something extraordinary. There, amidst the deep expanse, a complete stellar law was being forcibly extracted by Sunblaze True Monarch. This was not a feat any ordinary true monarch could achieve. Even for true monarchs desiring to seize a complete law, especially from a true monarch-level world, the task was daunting. This difficulty remained even for worlds on the brink of collapse. It required profound comprehension of the laws to extract a complete one forcibly. Clearly, Sunblaze True Monarch's understanding of the stellar Tao was profound. This level of comprehension was not something that could be inferred from raw strength alone, it was purely about understanding. However, Sunblaze True Monarch appeared to be struggling greatly, his face flushed with effort. Barely managing to pull the stellar law out of the Holy Emperor realm was an achievement in itself, let alone completely drawing it into his control. Even for Sunblaze True Monarch, this was an arduous task. At this rate, it was uncertain how long Sunblaze True Monarch would need to fully acquire this complete stellar law, maybe 3 days, perhaps a month. Lin Fei shook his head slightly, he did not wish to wait another month. Moreover, he needed to prepare to harvest the world's origin soon. Thus, Lin Fei addressed Sunblaze True Monarch. Sunblaze True Monarch, allow me to assist you. With that, Lin Fei focused his mind, and instantly, his world laws flew out, swiftly enveloping the complete stellar law that Sunblaze True Monarch was struggling to secure. Boon. As Lin Fei's world laws enveloped the stellar law, they swiftly dragged it downwards. In just a few breaths, the complete stellar law was brought before Sunblaze True Monarch. He reached out and finally grasped the complete stellar law in his hand. Thank you, True Monarch Lin. Sunblaze True Monarch expressed his gratitude, relieved. He had finally achieved his goal, thanks largely to Lin Fei. Without Lin Fei's assistance, this mission would likely have been another fruitless endeavor. Sunblaze True Monarch, you should leave the Holy Emperor realm now, Lin Fei suggested. Next, I will collect the world origin of the Holy Emperor realm. The process might be a bit tumultuous, even dangerous. I can manage it better alone. Lin Fei wasn't underestimating Sunblaze True Monarch, rather, he needed to deploy the Saber World to harvest the world's origin. Once the Saber World covered the Holy Emperor realm, anything could happen, and unexpected events were likely. Sunblaze True Monarch staying might become a liability. Sunblaze True Monarch understood that his presence wouldn't aid Lin Fei. Nodding, he said, "Take care, true monarch Lin," and then swiftly transformed into a streak of light, disappearing from the Holy Emperor realm. Watching Sunblaze true monarch leave, Lin Fei turned his gaze back to the Holy Emperor. Saber World. The Saber World was no longer just confining the Holy Emperor, it began to spread. Previously, Lin Fei's Saber World struggled to cover an entire minor world. Now, with 9 additional world laws, totaling 34, plus the power of the Saber World, covering a whole true monarch level world was effortless. The only issue was the lack of suppressive force. Once the Saber World covered the Holy Emperor realm, it could no longer confine the Holy Emperor. As the Saber World continued to expand, eventually sweeping across the entire Holy Emperor realm in all directions, the Holy Emperor was no longer confined or suppressed. Yet, he still made no move to attack or even show any intention of doing so. The Holy Emperor simply stared blankly into the void, resigned to his fate. He understood that the destruction of the Holy Emperor realm was inevitable and unstoppable, even with his regained mobility. Such a level of collapse couldn't be halted by a single Holy Emperor, nor even 10. No further words were exchanged between him and Lin Fei. The Holy Emperor refrained from taking action, and Lin Fei had no reason to initiate a fight either. However, Lin Fei was confident that he could suppress the Holy Emperor if necessary. Even without the Saber World, Lin Fei's own strength was more than enough to overpower the Holy Emperor. He had no concerns about the Holy Emperor potentially disrupting his Saber World. As the Saber World gradually enveloped the Holy Emperor realm, the origins of the world began to emerge amidst the aura of destruction. These origins were both familiar and foreign to Lin Fei. They were indeed world origins, but far more potent than those of lesser worlds. A single strand of true monarch-level world origin could rival 10, 20, or even 30 strands from smaller worlds. This meant that if Lin Fei could collect all the world origins of the Holy Emperor realm, the yield would be 10, 20, or even 30 times more than what he had obtained from the Heavenly Secret realm. The tenfold difference in potency between the origins of a true monarch-level world and smaller worlds had not been fully appreciated by Lin Fei until now. He had known that the world origin of a true monarch-level world would be strong, certainly stronger than that of lesser worlds, but the extent of this superiority being dozens of times stronger was beyond his expectations. As Lin Fei used the Saber World to collect a world origin, the Holy Emperor spoke slowly. "Your purpose here is the world origin of the Holy Emperor realm." Lin Fei did not hide his intent. There was no point in concealing it at this stage. "Yes," he nodded, "my purpose here is indeed the world origin." "The world origin is indeed valuable," the Holy Emperor acknowledged. "But once it is taken, the Holy Emperor realm will collapse completely. Your arrival brought destruction to this realm." Lin Fei offered no rebuttal, as this was indeed the truth. He could only obtain the world's origin from a collapsing world. "Can you tell me what lies beyond your realm? What exists beyond the true monarchs?" the Holy Emperor suddenly asked. Lin Fei responded truthfully. "Beyond the true monarchs are the martial ancestors and Tao integration true immortals, and beyond them, the supreme beings. Tao integration true immortals are somewhat similar to your state, merging with the Tao, undying and immortal. As for the supreme beings, that realm is too far from me to understand clearly." The Holy Emperor expressed his envy. "Tao integration true immortals, supreme beings. How I envy you for being able to see higher realms and have an endless future. Our path as Holy Emperors, it's already severed." After speaking, a smile appeared at the corners of the Holy Emperor's mouth. The next moment, his body began to crumble into dust, dispersing with the wind and vanishing without a trace.